Do you think a popular girl will fall in love with you? No. So instead, here are 10 romance anime where the popular girl falls for the unpopular boy. Watch and enjoy. Let's go. Number 10, The Pilot's Love Song. I always speak about high school romance anime, so how about a romance anime with World War II biplanes and pilots? You heard that right. Just like the name implies, this anime is all about a pilot's life. It is about a guy called Kal-El Albus, who is sent to an island to uncover a hidden mystery. There he joins the Academy's aerial division because this guy badly wants to drive some planes. The anime has got some cliches like the damsel in distress and the overpowered pilot who is really good with planes. But if you move past that, you get an original show. Come on, when was the last time you got pilots in your romance anime? I also feel like the story could have achieved more in terms of drama, but apart from that, Pilot's Love Song knows how to execute a love story everyone can fall in love with. Number 9, Girls Beyond the Wasteland.
黒田さん。
私の名前覚えてるのね。
いや、その前にここ男子トイレ。
話があるんだけど。
This is one of those let's make a game anime like Seikano, but since I've spoken about Seikano several hundred times, I thought, why not include another game-making anime where the unpopular guy gets recruited into a team by a popular girl. Here we have Buntaro Hojo, a good writer who has no plans in his life, but along comes the popular girl of the school who asks him on a date. Soon he realizes it isn't a date, but a job interview regarding the development of a game. Will our main character join the team? Is he that desperate to find a girl? Turns out yes. So the girl and the boy join forces and try to find other people to join their team. This is one of those underrated gems you might have missed, so make sure to check this out. Number 8, The Severing Crime Edge. Next up in the line of weird romance protagonists, we have a guy who has a desperate need to cut the hair of girls. No, calm down. This guy doesn't escape from an asylum because in his mind, cutting the hair of girls sounds very cool. Luckily, he finds a beautiful girl with long flowing hair named Iwa Mushinojoki. Now, that's the simpler part. The more complex part is when we realize that cutting this girl's hair will let anyone grant their wish. Now, our guy has this ability himself, and instead of cutting her hair to make his wish come true, he decides to cut her hair and set her free. The anime's plot gets more complex as we move on, so just because you saw a weird hair cutting guy in the first episode, don't throw this anime away. Number 7, A Town Where You Live. Get ready for some childhood friend romance anime. Now, we all know how those childhood friend stuff works. Either the girl becomes an angry tsundere or the girl ignores the guy and moves on. In this case, it's the first option, but we all know things aren't that easy. A Town Where You Live follows the couple Haruto Kirishima and Yuzuki Iba. Haruto makes a childhood promise to Yuzuki to help her whenever she needs it, but years later, Yuzuki comes to Haruto's hometown and instead helps him get his crush. But soon, Haruto falls for Yuzuki. Now, the anime skips some of the best parts of the manga, so if you want to get the full experience, make sure to read the manga. And since this has a love triangle, get ready for some red pill or blue pill moments as well. Number 6, Aishen Kwao Le Kinging.
江浩一同学，我有了你的宝宝。
We spoke about pilots, we spoke about guys who want to cut hair. How about we talk about a guy whose luck turns 180 when every girl in the school falls in love with him? Yeah, at one time, he's the most unpopular guy in the school, and the next day, every girl wants to confess to him. Clearly, the logic of the premise flies out of the window the moment you start to read it, but if you want some less serious romance anime where the unpopular boy gets more than what he asked for, then this might be the perfect one for you. Oh, and this is a Chinese anime. This is actually more like To Love Are You of Chinese anime. It's even got a second season with 15 new episodes, so if you want to move on to some Chinese anime instead of Japanese anime, then make sure to add this to your watch list. Number 5, Girlfriend X Girlfriend.
売りたくなんかない。とはいえ、彼女のことも裏切れない。だから、もし許されるなら、二 たまたしていいか。
Remember the good old days when we thought Makoto from School Days was dumb? Well, our main character from Girlfriend X Girlfriend has the IQ that goes in negative numbers. At this point, I'm sure the writers aren't even thinking about the realism in the premise as long as it turns out to be something original. So we have one character who already has a girlfriend, but to make things worse, when he's asked out by another girl, he decides to date both of them at once. How does this original girlfriend react to this? Well, she thinks the new girl's cute and allows our main character to double date both of them. Now, before you march through the streets claiming this is impossible, remember this is anime. We have shows like To Love You and Date Alive, so this is considered a realistic premise. Number 4, Siren.
夏期講習なんてやめて私とカルビ食べよう
Anyone who looks at the cover is going to think this is another harem anime, but it is not a harem anime. Seriously, would you guys stop judging an anime by its cover? But since there are 3 girls involved, we have something more than a love triangle this time. We've got one university student named Shochi Kamita who has only one thing in mind: love. Or in more simple terms, this guy badly wants a maiden. His love interests are 3 girls, and the anime dedicates an arc to each girl, but at first I thought this was based on a visual novel, but turns out this is an original show. Because of that, some of the moments may seem cliche, and the main character being another dumb boy definitely doesn't help. But if you want some every girl wins story, then this is the show for you. Number 3, Gamers.
僕気持ち悪すぎるよ。露骨に肝オタ全開じゃないか。
よろしくね天野くん
Remember Girls Beyond the Wasteland? Seriously, how can you forget? I spoke about it at number 9. Gamers is like its little brother that doesn't involve games. Rather than games, you can call this the anime of misunderstandings. Here we follow Kaita Amano, who, after an invitation to the school's cutest idol Karen, joins the gaming club of the school. But guess what? He isn't the one who likes competitive gaming. But his choice to quit the gaming club spawns a sequence of misunderstandings that bring out the hidden personalities of some characters and even create new relationships. Like I said, if you go to watch this anime expecting game design or anything related to gaming, then this show is not for you. But if you want some popular boy on popular girl drama, then don't forget to check this one out. Number 2, Tejina Senpai.
よしよし、いい感じ。で、最後はこう、技術の世界へようこそ。
Here's an anime with a nut job, and nope, it's not the boy who's the nut job this time. Here we have a senpai who wants to perform cool magic tricks, but either fails embarrassingly or makes his assistant take the blame. The first thing you'll notice is the amount of fan service this anime has. And seriously, you can't even spot one episode without fan service in this anime, but if fan service isn't your type, then you've got tons of comedy too. And honestly, this is the first anime that balances comedy and fan service really well without making the anime too boring. Don't go to watch this anime expecting some heavy character development and complex plot. This is one of those high school anime you can watch when you're too bored or when you're too depressed and need some comedic light in your life. And no, you don't get a complex magic system either. This is just basic magic tricks. Number 1, A Cell World.
もっと先へ加速したくはないか、少年。
This is from the same guy who wrote Sword Art Online. So does this mean we got more swords and art online? Nope. We don't have Asuna acting like a wife because instead of that, we have the popular girl in school falling for their short fat boy. To tell the story shortly, this is about a short and overweight boy named Haru Arita who escapes into the local network cyberspace to avoid his classmates and the bullies. There, he meets the beautiful and popular student council president Kuro Yukihime, who introduces him to an augmented reality multiplayer game where opponents collect burst points, which are spent to accelerate abilities in the real world. Now, the two play the game and romance slowly blossoms. Want to see a romance that will make Kirito jealous? Then go watch this anime.